Okay, so finally we are in the challenge 5. So the name of the challenge is IDOR. So what we will be doing in this challenge is that we will learn the concept of authentication and authorization. We will learn how to spot potential opportunity for insecure direct object references or IDORs, and we will learn how to exploit IDOR. So let's start the challenge by starting the attack box and virtual machine. Let's move to the task 2. So what they are saying is that you have probably seen URL like this, right? What would happen if you change the package ID, which here is 1001, to like something like 1002 or 1003? So the website still shows real data for those IDs. That's what we call IDOR. IDOR means insecure direct object reference. Basically, the system gives you data just because you change an ID without checking if you are allowed to see it or not. This happens because the website pulls data using a simple query like select person address status from package where package ID is equal to value. If we can somehow predict the package ID like 10011002, anyone can guess other IDs and see the people's info. So we have some problem here. The site does not really check who you are, like it does not do the authentication. And the second is the site does not check what you are allowed to access. So basically authorization does not do the authorization, but we need both of them. Even we change the package ID, it should know that who we are and what we are allowed to see. So what we will do next is open the browser and go to this URL. Let me paste it here, and we have also given the credentials. So let's here. What we will do next is we are seeing the same exact dashboard. So what they are saying is that we will use the browser developer tool, and we will see what is actually happening in the background. So we will go to inspect and then network. After we refresh the page, we will see something like this. Let's do it actually. Let's just open the inspection again, and we'll click on the network. Let me just click on the network. Yep, reload this, and we are seeing this exact thing as mentioned here. So when I click on it, we see another panel right here. Right here you are seeing the user ID 10, right? And then if we click on the response, we can actually see the response that the server sent to us. This is basically the raw response that this server sent to us, and we can just confirm that this is our detail, right? We are logged into this name, right? And we use this email. Now what if we change the ID to like 10? Currently it's 11. We will see the detail of another person. So for doing this, we will click on the storage and then local storage and then this URL, and to change this ID you will double click on this and set this to 11. Let me set it to 11, and then after that you will press enter, and after that you will just refresh this thing from here or either pressing F5. So let's just go back to network and click on this. Now you can see the username we are seeing is the test, and the email is also changed. Basically we are seeing someone else information. So this is the simplest form of IDOR. We should not be allowed to see someone else's personal information, but right now we are seeing it just by changing the ID. Now let's just change the ID back to the original one by clicking here, here and here, and let me and enter. Now let's see how the base64 encoding IDOR, like hidden IDOR, works. So for that I'm just going to click on this eye icon and come back to this network, and you see we are now seeing the another request. So the mg double equal basically means 2 right here. Let me just show you. Basically this right here is the encoded version of the digit 2, and instead of the mg double equal, if there were like mw double equal, it will mean like it's 3, and if there were like na double equal, it will be like 4. This one was just base64 encoded thing. To go even more complex, there is what we call the md5 hashing, MD5 is basically a one-way function that turns any input into a unique 32 character string. So let me just close this, and as instructed here we will click on the edit icon right here, and we are seeing this thing. So this right here means is that this is basically the MD5 version of the digit 2. You can decode this by using some MD5 decoder. And next, as you can see, we have the UUID version 1. This is also another IDOR. It's an algorithm based IDOR. So if we click on the voucher, we can see something like, let me just click on, this is what the voucher look like. So this contains the timestamp of when this voucher was made. This just look random, but it's a unique identifier of specific voucher. This is the UUID version 1, and when you make this, it includes the timestamp and also the MAC address of the machine that created it. As you can see, this F0AC99, this somewhat look like the MAC address. You can just, I think, give it to some AI, it will find it yourself. So this one has also some very deep problem. Now they are more advanced, but this is the older version. Let's just come back down here just to answer this. So the IDOR means is insecure direct object reference, as we discussed earlier in the challenge. So let me just paste it here, and after that they are asking what type of privilege escalation are most IDOR cases. If you remember, we discussed about that vertical IDOR means getting higher level privileges, and the horizontal IDOR means accessing data at your level, like not higher privileges. So the IDOR is usually horizontal because, as you saw, we were in the user ID 10, that's our account. We then changed the ID to 11. We were seeing the information of that another person, so we were just accessing other user data. We were not actually becoming an admin or anything else. So the answer here is the horizontal. And the third one is saying exploiting the ID or are found in the view accounts parameter. What is the user ID of the parent that has 11 children? So we actually need to check it one by one, like change the ID, user ID to 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4 and so on till we find a parent that has 10 children. Once we find that user ID, we will just enter it. Let me just show you how you can done it. We will come to this network and then local storage this, and let's just set it to 11 and check it out if this person has 11 children or not. Let's just go there, click on this. Nope, we will see over here. So this guy don't have any children, I guess. Yeah, we need to rechange the ID to something else. Let's make it 9. Nope. Let's try 12. Let's just check 15. So I think 15 is the answer. Let me just enter it. And if you want to do the bonus task, you can just actually watch the video attached to this challenge. I'm just going to click on the check. And also, if you want to do this bonus task, you can also follow the video that's just attached over here. So let me also click on this and this one as well. So hopefully you like this video, and I will see you in the next challenge. Till then, take care.